Hello guys, welcome back to GloryHunter. It's January transfer window time today. We're going to be making some new signings. We're going to be hopefully advancing in the Coppa Italia and closing the gap on those at the top of the table with some good results, hopefully, in Serie A. As ever, make sure you drop the video a like. I'd really appreciate it. That video where I asked you guys to go ham with the likes because it really makes a difference. You smashed it. We got like 1,500 likes when I was only asking for 1,000. You absolutely nailed it. We got very close to 1,000 on the episode after that, and yesterday, wasn't that great. So please keep smashing that thumbs up button, and it genuinely helps push the content to new people and helps the channel grow. So keep it going, boys. I really appreciate it. You guys have been very supportive so far of this save. I'm glad that so many of you are enjoying it. So, transfer window. We've got a couple of weeks till the game against Cremonese coming up next, and the most popular options in that central midfield and wide role were Milinkovic-Savic and Domenico Berardi. Of course, Italian teams tend to sign from within Serie A, so that makes most sense as well. There was definitely the call to not bring Kulusevski back from Spurs, as it looks highly likely that Tottenham are going to activate the buy clause on that loan deal. It seems that Dejan Kulusevski is going to stay in the Premier League, so we won't call him back to Juventus as per your request. I have about 85 million available to me, so on paper, at market value, I might not be able to get both done. However, if you keep an eye on that market value for Milinkovic-Savic, but then have a look at the chief executive's suggestion. He reckons I could get him for significantly under market value, which would be ideal, really. Berardi would have to pay a little bit more than. However, we do have the opportunity to raise some funds with the sale of Alexandro, because I have recalled Luca Pellegrini, again, at your request. So Pellegrini is back at the club. Alexandro should be leaving the club, by which point we should hopefully have enough money to do everything we want to do in the transfer window. I will prioritise Milinkovic-Savic because that's where we need the improvement in the first team first, and then we'll try and get the funds to be able to do Domenico Berardi as well. So fingers crossed, first signing of the day. It reckoned I could get him for about £53 million. And they've asked for less than that market value as their first counter. So we definitely could be in for a pretty agreeable fee here. £56 million. Ted has never been happier. We have ourselves, potentially, provided we can agree contract terms, which I'm sure we will, our first new signing. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, which is probably why we're able to get him for the sort of fee that we were under market value. 18 months or so left on his contract. I'll give him a crucial because, well, rather obviously, he's going to start every bloody week, isn't he? He wants 4 years. That's absolutely fine by me. No release clause suits our plans as well. Now, it's a shame he didn't give me an idea of what he might want a week, but 95 grand is a significant pay rise and £600,000 signing on fee. He wants 120 and a massive signing on bonus and a massive goal bonus as well. Well, I'll remove the 2.6 million bonus because I'm going to need that money, mate, to be completely honest. I am happy to give you maybe 130 grand a week, and they'll settle for it. Good. Thank you, Sergey. Welcome in, my friend. Signing numero uno of the January transfer window. Might have a bit of a dodgy goatee, but his footballing quality is right up there. Delighted with that. Your guys' suggestions coming up trumps once again in the YouTube comment section. Dusan and Federico Chiesa hoping that this man can come and provide some goals for them with the extra quality he'll bring in our midfield. So I'm sure they'll be familiar enough with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic already, especially Dusan Vlahovic, because they're both Serbian. So definitely they already have an understanding between each other. What number should he have? Let me know in the comment section, and we will we'll give Milinkovic-Savic the number that you guys reckon that he should have. He is in for £56 million, and what rate am I going to get? Is it broken? A B. B's all right. We'll take a B. Probably you'll say I could have got saved a little bit more, but we gave it a good old go, and he's definitely better than anyone else we have in that midfield. So that's a win. Now it's a case of trying to get a couple of players out to then bring Domenico Berardi in as well. That's the plan. So I'm going to go and try and execute that plan whilst you guys make sure you're subscribed to the channel and also hit that like button. Annoyingly, he's suspended at the moment, so he won't make his debut in the first game today. But when we play Inter and in the Coppa Italia, he will be available. Oh, bye! Bye! Our Scout Future Star is going out on loan for the rest of the season. Only for 6 months, to Frankfurt in Germany, where he should get some decent football. Fabio Bellini leaves, and hopefully will grow quite well between now and the end of the season, and then he might be in the first team picture next year. If not, we might do another short-term loan. I could just loan him for a year and then recall him, and see how he grows at the beginning of next season. A loan offer for Mattia Perin, I will reject. I might be open to selling him, but he's only just joined this side, hasn't he? Barcelona would like Alexandro. I reckon I could get a little bit more for him. I will try and negotiate up to about 15 million. We might need to get that extra little bit just to make sure that we can afford Domenico Berardi. So I will ask for 15.5, and hopefully Barca will just agree that straight off the bat. 13.6. Weren't they at 13.8 when they first came in? Come on now, Mr. Javi Hernandez. Final offer, fine. I don't want to lose the deal, so we'll just accept that 13.6. Definitely getting 13.6 is better than potentially not getting anything at all, trying to get over 14 million. So we'll just quickly sim this one against Cremonese, although obviously Milinkovic-Savic will have to come out, so we'll auto-replace player available for that match. And win, please. I did the wrong thing, and I didn't want to jump in either. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Jump to result. What? 70% possession. Nah, I'm not having it. That is absolute bullshit. A 3-1 Cremonese win? Never, ever, ever been. Fine, Milinkovic-Savic is available after suspension. Bonucci's questioning his future. Come on, mate. You're more likely to retire than you are to go anywhere else and get first-team football. And Chelsea want to sign Leonardo Bonucci, but we're saying no dice to that. Thank you very much. Leonardo is going to stay. Right, Milinkovic-Savic is now available again, which is good news. And we'll make sure that he is in a centre-mid position, which he is. I'll go make sure he trains well so we can get that sharpness up. And we'll head to the game against Sampdoria next. I say that. We've got Sampdoria in the Cup as well. So we'll head to the Sampdoria League game next. And then we'll play them in the Cup. Alexandro sold. Gone to Barcelona. £13.6 million. Now then. What's the bank balance saying? Potentially not enough is what the bank balance is saying. Domenico Berardi, 36 million valuation. Their asking price is 52.4. They reckon I could get him for 41.9. I might not have enough to get this done. 30. I'll offer them about their valuation and see what they're saying. For 50, I definitely don't have enough to get this even remotely close to done. So Domenico Berardi is going to have to go on the back burner, it seems, at the minute. Now, there was another popular option for someone that could play in both central and wide roles, that being Thomas Lemar, but he's valued at about the bloody same. So they might be open to letting Thomas Lemar, though, go, considering they have players like Rodrigo de Paul already. But it seems they might want upwards of where he's at as well. We might have to put the winger potential signing on the back burner for the time being. I can't afford that, but that's certainly a more negotiable region. Come on! Come on! Bugger, I need to leave myself enough to be able to offer some decent wages as well, though. Please say yes! Oh! Ask and you shall receive. However, I don't know if I've actually got enough to be able to afford his wages. Please tell me I've got enough to afford his wages. You'd be a rotation option if you're happy with that. He wants important. You can have it, sir. You've got a real game face, so we're quite happy with that. Please tell me I've got enough money. If that 600 grand goes into my wage budget, which I don't think it does, actually, off the top of my head. I think, actually, 11.5 grand is all I have in my wage budget. Bugger. I can offer him £26,000 a week. So Alexandro's gone, but we don't have another winger coming in yet. We might have to rethink that one. And I don't think they'd be open to a loan on either front either, which would be great. If I could loan with a future fee, maybe, but it's unlikely. Thank you for your service, Alex. We appreciate it very much. Enjoy Spain, sir. I'll say that. Get me into happy. There you go. So now that morale is happy, we should be able to get the win here against Sampdoria. I'm still leaning into that whole... morale has a big impact on what happens in the simulated games, and Sergej Milinkovic-Savic scores a goal on debut, albeit the 4th of the day, to give ourselves victory against Sampdoria in the league, which is lovely, because now we'd like to follow that up with victory against Celta Vigo, victory against Sampdoria in the Cup. Now then, Adriano Rabiot is a player I would absolutely be open to moving on. And £30.9 million is already a very, very good deal. And if we bring in Thomas Lemar in his place, then Lemar can take over from Rabiot in the middle and offer me that wide option too. Dear Celta Vigo, you might have very well answered the call and offered us the absolute perfect solution here. I'm almost tempted to not really ask for too much more because, quite frankly, I don't want the deal to fall through. But we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Thank you. Hands shaken. And hopefully, deal done. However, not in time before the Coppa Italia game. Right, let's go and make sure we get through in the Coppa Italia because, as you know, from the trophy room, we very much want to win every single domestic cup that is available to us. Now, we need to win every single domestic cup that is available to us. We believe in ourselves. Anything that says belief in any of the responses, I have to do with Ted Lasso, don't I? That's effectively the law. Right. Well, we won this game 4-0 literally days ago in the league. So, let's go and do it again. Sorry. Yeah. Let's go and do it again in the cup. Up. The old lady. Ooh, doesn't really sound too good if you put it that way, does it? Never mind. Juventus versus Sampdoria coming next, and it's in the snow. All right, Sampdoria line up with a 4-1-3-1-1. This is an intriguing formation. Viasat holding. Then with a midfield three of Harry Winks, Juricic and Nico Williams, and then Zalewski at cam before Quagliarella up top, the experienced captain, who is still certainly deadly enough. As we said in the last game that we played with the new snow, we do very much like the look of it. Hopefully, we can get a decent result here. Pellegrini is back and playing. Bonucci gets a start as well. Danilo's out on the right-hand side, and it's Milinkovic-Savic's first game for me, having now arrived from Lazio. We desperately want to win the Coppa Italia or the Serie A in this first season. Obviously, preferably both. But I'd love in the first year to actually have something to go into the trophy room. And maybe this is the competition that will find our success in. Chiesa should get to that. Has done well. Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, it just didn't quite sit at the right height for him. Nearly opened up for us for 1-0, but not yet. It's Federico Chiesa. In there to McKennie, who ballses that up, but at least it's fallen free to us. Milinkovic-Savic's going to get played in again. I'll go forward first, and then look at the run on the outside. He's Federico Chiesa. Now, I'm going to try... Keep it in, mate! We did. I thought for a minute he hadn't. Dusan Vlahovic. Kostic, can he accelerate away and around the corner? He can, but there's really not much room. Where's my support? Excuse me, Danilo. Get forward, pal. Locatelli. Actually, I could get this in there to Kostic again. On his left foot. Whip! Oh, no. Pellegrini, back from loan. Into Chiesa. Dusan. Can he find Milinkovic-Savic? He can. Savic! Well, then. Our brand new signing Scored a goal on debut in the simulated game against Sampdoria, and with my second ever shot with him, he scored a goal here as well. I believe the phrase is worth every penny. I think we're going to get on very well with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. We might have just put ourselves in a great position with the squad to really now genuinely challenge for both Serie A and the Coppa Italia in year one. Woohoo! Come on! Vamos! Oh, no, we're in Italy. Die! Here's Muru. Nicely down the line to Zalewski, who's actually with his first touch turned very well indeed. Harry bloody Winks nearly picking my defence apart. That was supposed to go out to Chiesa. Oh, no! Come on, Sergej, you're better than that, pal. Where's this going? Down the line nicely to Zalewski. And Danilo steps in well. Filip Kostic. Bye, pal. See you later. Nice turn. And he'll go again here. Filip Kostic. And around the outside, we'll look to drive. He's in behind Colli. He's got the pace. But am I going to have the option in the middle? Chiesa's trying to get there at the back post, but I've not played the cross well enough. I do have crosses on manual, by the way. Because I just find that you can be, that example apart, more accurate with your crosses. And we have scored a couple of very, very good crossed goals this season, but unfortunately not on that occasion. But we've got a 1-0 lead. I'm quite happy to sit on that until half-time and ultimately full-time, provided Sampdoria don't threaten too much. Muro's kicked that straight against Bonucci, who's probably going to be leaving us, or at least certainly dropping in playtime between now and the end of this season even, let alone the save. But for now, he continues on, and so does our 1-0 lead. Haven't done any football in France, but have in Spain and... Whoa! Germany. Ref. Just a yellow for Quagliarella. You can complain as much as you like, mate. You're lucky to stay on the fucking pitch. Wow. Locatelli with a free kick then. Here's Pau Torres. Weston McKennie actually backed up nicely there. Milinkovic-Savic. Well, I tried to show a burst of acceleration, but I don't really suppose that's his strong suit, is it, with like 68 pace? Well, he might have decent acceleration and just lesser sprint speed, perhaps. Harry Winks has been integral to their build-up play in the midfield so far. I got stuck on the defender there with Danilo. That's going to cannon off Pau Torres, but he'll quite comfortably keep that in. And we'll hopefully keep the ball moving and work the chance to have a second goal. McKennie out wide. Pellegrini down the line. In there to Chiesa. Come on, Dusan. Ball's not good enough. Perhaps should have gone over the top through the air there. Oh, if I could have reacted properly there. I got kind of caught. Chiesa looking for Dusan. He's on his left. It's unlikely. It's a good save by Aldero. 79 rated their goalkeeper, so he is pretty decent. That's a good delivery, though. Savic was up, but it's going to fall to Pau Torres. We've got Weston McKennie there short. We've got Chiesa on this far side. Locatelli too, but it's not going to come to anyone, unfortunately. I've ballsed it up. Half an hour to play, and we are still in a winning position, but not massively. And with Inter top of the table into next in just 3 days' time, I might have to start thinking about getting some first-team players off the pitch to make sure they're fully fit for that Inter game, because we lost it Inter last time we played them, and I would very much like to get victory this time around. But we want to make sure we're still challenging in the Coppa Italia as well. Sampdoria putting in some very, very good tackles at the minute to turn around possession in dangerous areas. I'm not dealing with it very well at all. God, I thought I was going to squeeze in at the near post. Quagliarella might be 37, but that was incredibly acrobatic from him. To be fair, he might only be 35 or 36. He might actually be even older than 37. I'm not sure. Quagliarella, get stuck in. Oh, you missed the ball is what you've done there, you see? And it's cost me a goal. Oh, man. The ball was right there to be won, and he's run between man and ball and not actually taken it with him. Please give me a break, mate. Let's have a look. Quagliarella. Fabio Quagliarella is 39. See, what's Weston McKennie doing there? He's like bumped him and then not taken the ball. 1-1. Sampdoria are level. And I'm definitely making changes now. And Di Maria now. Ref? I was going to say, I was about to get particularly frustrated with you there, referee. Locatelli into Di Maria. And through there is Chiesa. It's a nice turn. He's got the acceleration. It's a brilliant tackle by Ferrari. That was top defending by Sampdoria and vital defending by Sampdoria as well, because I was in there. And I nearly got to that Weston McKennie as well. Don't let them turn this around to sprint, please, Mr. Pellegrini. I am holding the button. What a cross. Deary me. Locatelli just did not want to run there at all. Nico Williams will take the corner for Sampdoria. It's decent as well. Locatelli flicks. It's going to fall free to them here. Conti's going to get closed down by Bonucci. Harry Winks with the back heel. Quagliarella tackled. Get out, please. That's hit Locatelli. It's going to fall kindly. They're going to win. Thank you, Wojciech Szczesny. I'd have been livid. My clearance clattering off the face of a teammate. And very nearly, Sampdoria getting themselves a 2-1 lead. Well up, Danilo. Now chase after this as well, please. Here's Zalewski now then. And Colli. It's ready for that turn. Oh, but it's fallen free to Sampdoria again. You ever feel like you're destined to lose a game? Weston McKennie in the way, but I think he used an arm. He did, and it's going to be a free kick for Sampdoria in such a promising position. They're making a change. Pussetto is coming on for Juricic. Quagliarella is the man stood over the free kick here, and he's going to go for it. To time my jumping of the wall correctly, which we've done well, and block any secondary effort, Szczesny holds. And breathe. I need to compose myself before these final 5 minutes. Pellegrini. Down the line to Chiesa. I'll give that there to Weston McKennie and hope that we've got runners, which we do. Chiesa back into Weston McKennie. And look, it's Di Maria that's forward here. And here comes Vlahovic, but the Argentine can't find the Serbian. And two men that will be at the World Cup, you would imagine. I don't know whether Di Maria is still involved in the Argentina setup. I would imagine so, but I'm not entirely too sure. Locatelli forward there to Kostic. It would be late and very much worthwhile, deserving, if we win it now. Andiamo! Paul Pogba off the bench, scores the winner. We want to win the Coppa Italia this year, please. See! Yes, 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 yes. Si. Golazo! Yes! Thank you, Pogs. And it's a decent goal, that's for sure. I forgot to change the commentary back to Italian from English from recording the My Play. Apologies for that. I'll do that between games. But we are going to go through in the Coppa Italia, and we deserve that. They had spells of pressure, Sampdoria, for sure. But the majority of them felt a little bit easy. But we were able to ride the wave, and eventually were able to get the result. I deserve that win. We were the better side. Venezia beat Lazio, which is a big result. Udinese beat Roma as well, although Udinese having a very good season. A very good season in Serie A. Milan are through. Inter are through. But Atalanta are out to Cagliari, which is a turn up for the books. Palermo made it very well to this round, but will make it no further. So there are still some very strong sides left in the competition. We'll find out sooner rather than later who we're going to be playing in that latter round. But we have ourselves in a good position now in the Cup. And if we can beat Inter next, we should be in a good position in the league as well, we hope. At least for top 4, if not to try and challenge for that title. Admittedly, we've dropped down to 8th, but because the league is so tight, we are only 3 points off second. So, yeah, that's how tight the league is at the minute for those Champions League spots. However, Inter are a long way clear at the top. But if we can go and win at San Siro in 3 days' time, then absolutely we can consider ourselves still in with a chance. Should we lose this next game, I think that might be the title gone. Inter Milan, 3-1-4-2. Onana, Bastoni, Matip and De Vries. Ndidi holding. Brozovic and Barella. Canales and Gersons with Dzeko and Lukaku. The men up top. They beat us in our house. So now we've come to San Siro. And it's our turn. It's going to be Adrien Rabiot's last match day weekend. We pray. Anyway, and then Tom Alomar can come in. And actually, that probably suits us down to the ground. Having Tom Alomar come in and be a player that can do a job in 2 positions. for the one transfer fee. We might have actually found exactly the right transfer for the scenario we find ourselves in. That was poor from Milinkovic-Savic. Felt he could have squeezed that to Vlahovic then, trying to keep an eye on Lukaku here, but Romelu Lukaku is a slippery motherfucker, and you can't keep hold of him. They squeezed the ball through the gap, and the man that scored against us last time scores against us again. Inter Milan are just pretty damn good, aren't they? He goes one way, darts back the other, and you can see me coming across there with the number 5, Pau Torres, to cover that angle off. But we just couldn't quite get there in time. I saw exactly where the ball was going to go. We just couldn't stop it from going through that gap. It's an excellent assist. It's a top finish, but I suppose we should expect nothing less from the side that are 10 points above us in the league and 7 points clear of anybody else. Nice turn by Milinkovic-Savic. Can I slot Vlahovic in a similar manner, I wonder? I think they're looking for Kostic. Didn't go how I envisaged it. Milinkovic-Savic here will find Vlahovic again. Those two clearly got the understanding from international level still. Locatelli looking for Chiesa, out of his feet. Chiesa, oh, it very nearly made its way past the Nana, almost diving backwards to ensure that he got down to that. It's a brilliant effort by Chiesa, unlucky not to give us an equaliser. Kostic to Pogba, out of his feet. Paul Pogba, comfortable height for a Nana on this occasion. That one was much more simple for him to pluck out a thin air. No! Dusan, why the heavy touch? Oh my God, we will not have a better chance. Fine Sergi Canales. In there to Edin Dzeko. No, you are not getting that to Lukaku again, thank you very much. Milinkovic-Savic in front of Locatelli there, but they... Alright, Mr. Barella. Not sure about that, pal. Give me that back. Don't let Lukaku on his left. We will have won that back. Oh, but I can't get to the loose ball. Dzeko. An odd angle to try the power shot, but he's gone for it. I admire the enthusiasm. Nice block by Savic. That'll be a throw for them then instead. Into putting the pressure on. But, I mean, we're definitely competitive in this game. Oh, I read that. But couldn't get it under control once I had to do anything with it. That was a little bit video gamey. I felt helpless there. I read the pass, struck at my guy, intercepts it, but before the ball has even settled at his feet to do anything with it, Dzeko steps in and takes it off him again. He took a touch with one leg, then took a touch with the other before the ball even reached the floor, and it smashed past the goalkeeper. Sergi Canales makes it 2-0 Inter, and the first goal was very good. That one, I feel hard done by, but Inter are a very good team, and we knew we were up against it in this one. Oh, and I just keep putting a little bit too much on my crosses. We will get there. Trying to get past me. Give me that back. I'm trying. Spinazzola eventually gets there. Oh. Tricky little customer, Sergi Canales on that right-hand side. Brozovic stands it up well. Bremer will win that header, though. Vlahovic is slower to it than Robin Gersons, but he uses an arm, so we've got it back. If we can score before the hour mark, then the win is maybe still there. But we are going to have to score our first goal relatively sharpish. Oh, but their defensive positioning is just so good, Inter Milan. Without any question, they are the most difficult side we've played so far this season, domestically. PSG were pretty tough in Europe. And between the two... Oh, sorry! Between the two of them, PSG and Inter, the only two sides I'd say so far this year that are definitively better than us. As Barella nearly makes it 3. Yeah, I think I deserve that yellow card, to be honest. Corner to come in from Nicolo Barella. Locatelli picking up the yellow. And away, please. Spinazzola. Thank you, mate. Oh, and to that one as well. Go on, then. Oh, no. He used an arm. Wait, I didn't use an arm. It just hit an arm. I'm going to try and break with someone in the wall here to try and get to this. Lukaku. Dzeko. Bremer does well. Come on, counter. Go, Dusan. Run, Dusan. Move, Chiesa, you lazy ass. Nice 1-2 with Dzeko, Barella, Lukaku's there, he's open. Somehow, Wojciech Szczesny keeps making these saves. Don't ask me how. 79th minute, delivery's decent, but Spinazzola flicks away. Can Locatelli get to that? Brozovic outmuscles him. De Vries out here to Nicolo Barella. Cuadrado gets a good block on it. It'll go out for another throw. I just pray that in the Coppa Italia, we don't come up against Inter Milan. I hope that they get knocked out before the final, and we can get to the final. And then, okay, now they're so good defensively. It's ridiculous. They're impossible to play against Inter Milan. Get off. Oh, I tried to pass it and he wouldn't. Oh, God damn it! 3-0 Inter. Oh, we've got a long way to go before we're this good. Bremer kept it in. And I tried to play, he turned, and then again, in the process of settling himself with a touch and then playing the pass, gets tackled. It looks like an awful goal to concede, but there wasn't much more I could have done there. I turned, and then went to play the pass, and by the time he'd settled the ball at his feet to then be able to comfortably do a passing animation, the ball was gone. 3-0 Inter. Yeah, game over. 13 points off top. I think it's very safe to say that the league title is gone. So our sole focus now, cup-wise, or sorry, trophy-wise, is to ensure that we win the Coppa Italia. However, we are still in a fight in the league to ensure that we get Champions League football for next season. Although that said, if we do finish in a Europa League spot, it's not the worst thing because we want to win that competition too at some point in this save. Buffon, annoyingly, is getting a little bit antsy now because I had to give him an important contract for him to come to get that veteran player thing ticked. So who have we been drawn against in the Coppa Italia? Venezia. Okay, Venezia at home is a winnable game for sure. We've got some Belgium games coming up in the internationals, but that's out of our concern at the minute. We're not worried about that. Now, we should find out momentarily whether a certain... No, did that just said... I'm sure I just saw that there that it had fallen through. Adrien Rabiot rejected Celta Vigo. Right. Well, on deadline day, now that we have figured out that we could actually get something decent done with Rabiot leaving and Thomas Lemar coming in, I'm going to list Adrien Rabiot on the transfer list and maybe someone will come in for him. He was rumoured to leave the club in the summer, of course, quite heavily, and potentially we might fulfil that now here in this save. So transfer deadline day then. Biggest deals so far on transfer deadline day to this point is Lorenzo Pellegrini from Roma to Barcelona for 54.5 million. Now from the Arsenal save, we know how good Pellegrini is. So that's a great signing for Barcelona. And should we end up there, then we'll be able to use Pellegrini again. Look, see if there are any other big ones go through. Lacroix has gone to Leicester, which is intriguing. Mattia Perrin loan deal comes in. I've got Buffon, so I might as well just accept that. I'm quite happy to play Buffon over Mattia Perrin. Now, we could potentially... Dusan Vlahovic to AC Milan. I think I might have a bit of a say in that, though, don't you? 111.2 million they've come in with, which is, to be fair, barely overvaluation. Get out. AC Milan, get out. Now, I could absolutely, if nobody comes in for Adrien, use him as part of a deal for Thomas Lemar, provided they're interested in him. But they might not be interested in him, which could be the issue. Now, that is going to be player leaving. Bye-bye, Mattia. Thank you very much for coming to the club in the previous summer in real life, but in game, you're now out on loan. Rabiot bid! Sevilla, 29.9. it's still significantly overvaluation. So I definitely should consider this. I don't suppose there's much point in trying to maximise the deal, because we want to make sure it gets done. I'll try once and then no, we will make sure that that goes through. Please, Sevilla will probably be in a better position to afford his wages than Celta Vigo were. So that should get done. Sevilla, another side in Europe. Please, please, please get done. Please, Adrian, agree contract terms. He said he'd be sorry to go in a message with me. A message to me. Arsehole. He has, indeed, elected not to go. I'm going to have to use Adrian Rabiot as part of a deal, aren't I? I'm going to try and do that now then, so that we've got enough time for those contract talks to go through. Thomas Lemar. I'll approach to buy, and hopefully they are interested in Adrian Rabiot. Otherwise, I am in an awkward position where I still can't afford him, and I wouldn't be able to go in for him again because we had recently used him as part of the deal. Rabiot plus 20 million. That is a deal worth about 45, because people have been coming in above market value. They'd want Rabiot plus 26. I am doing it. There's no way I'm letting that not go through. Now, Atleti, or more importantly, Adrien, sign a bloody contract for someone else, please. I don't want you. I want Lemar. What's he on a week? 63. Now, of course, we have whatever money we had left minus the transfer fee, plus the money that we're going to save by not giving Rabiot the wages as well. So, absolutely, this is a deal that will give us exactly what we want in 2 positions. No release clause is fine by me. I'm quite happy to offer him a significant wage rise as well. We can have 90 and a 540,000 pound signing on fee. Sign it. 780 grand signing on fee. Fine. No tension there whatsoever. Thomas Lemar, hopefully now, will come in. He is. We don't even have to wait for Adrien Rabiot to sign for them. There's no tantalising moving further through transfer deadline day. It's done. All within the space of an hour. Thomas Lemar is in. I'll come and shake his hand. To be honest, I think Ted should have given him a bit more time than that. Should have been waiting for him. Thomas Lemar is going to be a very good player for this Juventus team for a number of seasons in this save, and certainly has the potential to grow. Now, what I need to do is put a development plan on him and put a development plan on Sergej Milinkovic-Savic to try and maximise their growth throughout the course of this season as well. 26.5 million plus Adrien Rabiot. The first swap deal I've actually done this year, and it's going to give me a C rating. Because I could have saved 9.6 million. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Right, we'll take Ronaldo, Maddison, Fekir, and De Paul out. But I would still be open to maybe bringing Domenico Berardi in next year. Should we still be at Juventus? We might decide to leave Juventus in the summer. But I think, given the quality of signing we've brought in here, and the nature of the squad as well, there's still more work to be done before we move on from Juventus. We might only stay for 2 years rather than the rough potential max that we're giving ourselves per team of 3. But definitely, I think there's more work to be done here at Juventus. But I'm really pleased with those signings that we've brought in there. And that will certainly strengthen us moving forward for the rest of the season. So I will show you the transfer history, and we'll have a look at the bigger deals that went through in January. Obviously, Lautaro Martinez to Real Madrid happened in the summer. So the biggest deal in January apparently was actually that Thomas Lemar one, including Adrien Rabiot. Total value was bigger than the Milinkovic-Savic of £56 million. Obviously, Pellegrini, 54.5 we saw as well. Anything else that was sizable? Jeremy Frimpong was one of your potential favourites for right back. He's gone to... I'm surprised to see PSV spend 51 million on a player, I'll be honest. Luca Hernandez has gone to Villarreal. We've obviously seen Ndidi at Inter Milan today. Dani Olmo to Liverpool is a very good signing for them. Taps over to PSG is a very good signing for them as well. Sangare to Aston Villa, another strong signing. Danny Carvajal to Leicester was decided in September, so would have gone through on January the 1st. Calvert-Lewin to Napoli. That's one that will impact us significantly. Jose Gaya to AC Milan is another one that will impact us. Gabriel to Dortmund won't, not at this stage anyway. Sergi Canales has already impacted us for Inter Milan. Mancini to Arsenal is a good move for us. That means that Roma are further weakened, having already sold Pellegrini as well, and sold Spinazzola to us too. Roma are just being gutted this year. Lacroix to Leicester, as we saw earlier. Houssem Aouar to Dortmund is an intriguing one. Kevin Folland has gone to Wolves. Saliba to Bayern Munich. Arsenal getting weakened in this window as well. Kudus to Lyon we saw. Is it Giovanni Di Lorenzo? Is Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Napoli weakened at right back, but strengthened elsewhere with Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. Clearly doing their business with Merseyside, either side of the Stanley Park. And that is all she wrote for that list, and also all she wrote for today's episode as well. Coming up in the next one then will be Spezia, Venezia, Monza, Bologna and Salernitana. For obvious reasons, I'll play Venezia, and we'll probably sim the 2 home games and play the 2 away games. That's probably how I'll do it. Then, quite frankly, March looks pretty straightforward, and April and May, it's going to be a case of just playing it by ear with the Coppa Italia as well, isn't it? But I'm happy with the transfer business. Obviously disappointed to have lost the game against Inter Milan. But the league table is still super tight for those European spots. Very much indeed. So if we can beat the teams above us when we play them and do well against those around us, or at least avoid defeat against those teams above us when we play them and win everyone else around us and below us, then Champions League football is certainly going to be a thing for Juventus next season. But the Serie A title, I'm pretty sure now, will have to wait. That's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Those of you on YouTube, please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked, and you won't miss any more. I'm live almost every day over on Twitch, streaming this content, so you can see all of the behind the scenes of this, the My Player, and the Football Manager stuff that goes up on the second channel as well. Links down below to everything. I'll see you next time.